Hello, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Hitchhiker's Guide to Ethical Non-Monogamy, E&M for short. I am your host, Ike, also known as Hito in certain circles, and I'm happy to have you back on this journey that we call E&M. It has been forever and a day and eternity past that, but I am so glad to be back on the mic. Why was I off the mic? Life, living, finding oneself, work, bills, the United States falling apart. Like there's a lot going on. So much going on, it's hard to keep up. Like I traveled to BlurredCon and I didn't realize there was a whole shutdown affecting TSA. So yeah, shout out to the TSA workers. I love y'all. Like y'all are doing the big one where I would have definitely been one of the people that's like, yo, I got bills to pay. Screw this, I'm out of here. Because I'm not a fan of people playing with my money, and hopefully things get worked out on that end because I got followers all over the world. We understand that for one reason or another, society is becoming dumber. I blame AI, among other things, but life has been lifing, and that's kind of like a part of the reasons why I've kind of been away from the mic. The other reason why it's kind of like, again, finding oneself, shout out to therapy, just sitting still. And if I had to pull out what the big joker was, ADHD. ADHD is the big joker. It's like, I want to go ahead and record today. But then my brain is like, hey, what about these other 11 things that you got to do? But at some point, I was like, hey, I really do enjoy talking to people, helping people, sharing with people. And I do want to give a shout out to a listener who sent me an email with some questions that really pushed me to just come back to the mic. So shout out to them. Shout out to the 404 fam. You know, I ain't gonna give no names because privacy, of course. But like, I'm glad I got listeners all over that's like discovering like there are other ways to kind of like set your relationships up. It's not a must that it is puberty, awkward first time, graduate from college, maybe married, for starter home, picket fence, kid, like. And I'm not saying that that's a horrible model. I'm not saying, oh, it's trash. Like humans are not supposed to, like, I'm not with all that. I'm a genuine believer that as a human, we have been blessed with multiple levels of thinking to where we don't have to follow a single path. If you want to be monogamous, go be monogamous. If you want to be single forever, go be single forever. You want to be polyam, polygynous, polyandrous, an anarchist. Like, we have the freedom to do so, and there's enough people. There's an abundance of people in this world to where you can find your people. So I will touch on the listener letter a little bit later. So shout out to the homie that reached out. Proud of them. Hopefully they get to have fun with this exploration, this journey of theirs. But yeah, that kind of pulled me like, hey, remember this thing that you found funny you want to do? How about we just get on that bicycle and do it? And here I am. So happy to be back. Like I said, I was at BlurredCon. I'm so disappointed with myself because I took a nap before our panel, like hours before the panel. And I ended up oversleeping. It was like 30 plus minutes late. And it was like, and I felt it was a discussion I wanted to have. Like I helped with the creation of like the core of the panel. And I'm like, I don't like disappointing people. I don't like wasting people's time. So I have to make up for it one way or another. But BlurredCon was a vibe. I love BlurredCon. Shout out to Senpai Gaki. She was the one that actually invited me to my first BlurredCon where she's like, I want to host a panel. You want to host it with me? I was like, all right, cool. And have been back every year ever since. Shout out to the people that turn up to our panel. I love y'all. I'm glad that we get to explore various things regarding like kinks and blur them together. And what's even crazier is the fact that how Well, first of all, what's crazy is the fact they moved us to the Hilton. Like, I didn't appreciate that. I'm like, yo, we always been at the Hyatt. Like, what's up? And then they gave another kink group the like, hey, y'all can be at the Hyatt. Like, man, like, hey, we been here. We're poly sexy cool. Like, what we got going on here? But everyone kept saying that ours is better. So, hopefully, the people that hosted theirs, they'll go back to the lab, they'll work on it, they'll figure some things out. But you can't fuck with the originators. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I got to see my partner. Like, I love that woman. I'm always happy when I get to see her. It's and this is the sucky part about long distance is that if you are not coordinating or planning, you might not see that person except once a year. Like, I'm legit, like, for real. You may only see this person once a year, and that is like, it sucks. I do appreciate technology allowing like voice calls and text. Like, I don't understand how long distance worked without E&M in the 90s. Like, imagine you have to drop like $200 for a long distance call just to talk with someone for like 10 minutes. Fortunately, all I gotta do is drop $150 a month so I can have unlimited texting and calling. So shout out to evolution in technology and communication, because otherwise, I don't think I'd be able to do it. It's literally because of me being a relationship anarchist that I actually confessed my feelings to my current partner. Because without it, because like it kind of sucks because I do just to give a little hint to what next week's episode is going to be about. I do want to talk about the concept of might feel lonely, but I am not alone. So I do want to dive into that next week because that's something because it does like the whole loneliness epidemic. I have some thoughts on it. I'm not even gonna say it's fake. I do believe it's real. I do believe it's a level of consequence based on actions of previous generations. But that's something I'll touch next week because I think that also kind of touches into the E&M space because people think that, oh, because you have all these partners you should like not feel as alone, but I'm like, it's not that simple. It's a little more complicated than that. But that again, that's something I'll go ahead and touch on later, like next week. See, I already got again. See, that shows you I am back. Like, I have plans for a follow up. Like, we're trying to get these episodes going again because it's been a minute and I'm so happy to be back. But today, I do want to kind of give a review. Like, it was supposed to be a year in review. Like, I was supposed to start this 2 months ago. Hell, we're about to be in April 3 months ago. Like, we're in spring now. I have thawed out. Like, this is what's happening. So, what we're going to do is give just a little review of what's been going on since the last time I was here. And I kind of want to touch bases on relationship anarchy because I kind of realized my partner in the DMV area does not understand how relationship anarchy works. So I will touch on that as well. Like, we're not going to try and make this an extra uber long episode because it's like evening here and I kind of like need dinner. Look, hey, I say I got ADHD. I've eaten breakfast and lunch. We're doing good here, We're doing good. I can live by myself. I've been doing so. But I don't want to make this a long episode. I gotta try and cook this salmon. I got the rice already going, so like foresight. Like, I had everything planned. When I'm done here, we're gonna grab a bite. Um yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, what have I been up to since July 23rd? Because that was the last time I recorded an episode. Because that was what, months after the breakup with my nesting partner. Um, yeah, honestly, and this is the curse of time blindness, is that I have all these memories, but I don't remember when these memories were established. Because since then, I have like worked, traveled, seen something, said some things. Like, it's all kind of a blur in terms of the romantic space. It's kind of like a mixed bag because yes, I do have Like I do have a partner of mine. I called her an anchor partner, but she didn't like the title in regards to anchor partner. So on FitLife at least. But still, I feel like hey, as long as the things that I am seeking in partnership from you and the things you're seeking from me is established, that's all I care about. Because to me, titles are nothing but words. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, I do understand words mean things, and some people can be stickler for words. Hell, I used to be a stickler for words. Now I just do it in jest, but I used to be a stickler. Like, oh, how are you married in solo poly? It's like, I used to be that type. Now I'm like, they're just words. Like, I'm not dating you. I'm not your partner. They don't like go ahead, be great, be yourself. Like who am I to you? Like that's kind of how I am moving now. I do try to express that, hey, as long as you understand like when you are sharing certain titles that you kind of give an explanation as to what you mean or what you're inferring. So, because like for me, when I think anchor is like, hey, I will put you on my emergency list or stuff like that. But if that felt too heavy for her, then okay, then like it didn't change. What didn't like it didn't change my affection or how I see her or how I see us. It just simply changed the title. Like I could just simply say partner, and I'm okay with that. And if she's okay with that, we go from there. Um, and then even beyond that, I have been doing the therapy thing because again, in the separation from my former partner, I kept the therapist. Like she was dope, and I got the insurance. So, ha. But with her, it's no longer like a monthly thing; it's a quarterly thing. It's kind of like a check in. Um, because I keep her because of a mixture of like it's not as much for relationships. It's kind of like relationship adjacent. Like I will discuss certain relationship things with my therapist now. It's also kind of like a personal progress thing I'm working on as well. Because there are a lot of things I want to do that I feel like my brain hinders me from doing. And it kind of like I do have, well, I gotta find a new psychiatrist. But like I feel like I have the psychiatrist to work out the mechanical portions of my brain. Like, hey, do this to figure this out. And I keep my therapist around to kind of get like the soft tissue stuff, like the software. Because I can't be a robot all the time of like, take this Vyvanse, do this, do that, and neglect the other portions of me. And like, a psychiatrist is not going to help me with my feelings of inadequacy because I feel like I should be further along in life, but I'm not. Like, I am not expecting my psychiatrist to handle that portion. They may be capable of it, but I'm thinking more so, hey, how can I keep my water schedule, or how can I do this, or how can I do that to function? Like, that's kind of like why I got both of them. And so I gotta find a new psychiatrist because new insurance. And they don't take my new insurance. So I gotta find a new psychiatrist. God bless the American medical system. Um, but no, I've been having good talks with her. Even helped me out when I wanted to express something with my DMV partner, and I am glad because I feel like one of the hardest things in regards to communicating with your partner is honestly the vulnerability of blowback. Because like being vulnerable is one thing, but being vulnerable and then not expecting like the answer in return is whew, it's scary as fuck because what if I share these thoughts? What if I share my feelings and the response is, well, that's too bad. I guess we're done here. And now you understand why people tend to keep things to themselves because they're afraid of that response. Me, it's not that I was afraid of that response or I expected that response from my partner, but the idea of it being a possibility can be paralyzing. And thankfully, I wasn't paralyzed enough to just walk up and just share these thoughts. And we had like a fruitful discussion that gave me a lot of comfort, that made me actually like just feel good. Um, and not even only feel good, feel comforted, feel heard is the main thing. Because I feel like when you are sharing how you are feeling and the person listening does not touch on that, like it's almost like they just listen to respond, it's a sucky feeling because like you're responding to me, but you haven't heard me. And yeah, that's not a fun feeling. So thankfully that worked out. Love this woman. Love my therapist for getting me to that point because I am someone that was generally a person that just took it on the chin, that can rationalize myself out of discomfort, and now I still do that. So it's not like I just all of a sudden I am a pure emotional like dumper or whatever. I still use logic for comfort, but it's no longer the prison that it was. It's more like it's still a part of my comfort, but I can also supplement that with being emotionally vulnerable and available. Still working on it though. It's a work in progress because when you feel like you can take everything on the chin, it's kind of hard to just like take a seat and like hey, I just got hit in the chin. Let me go lay down a bit. It's a little bit shaky. Like it's a work in progress. But beyond that, I just been, and this is where I have my disdain for capitalism, but all I've been doing is working. Like I work my 4 days a week. I try to save up money. I try to pay my bills. I try to like I'm pretty much working to try and survive and sneak in some fun here and there. As all I can do. Um, I just keep thinking like, yeah, that's pretty much all I am able to do. Been to New York a couple times. I went for like a play party. Oh, I did go to my first Exotica last year. I had a good time. It was like, see, like I enjoy BlurCon because it's like I'm going to meet up with my nerdy cousins. Like it's like a family reunion at BlurCon. Um, Exotica is like I'm meeting my fellow freaks. It's like, hey, we know what goes on here. We know what's being sold here. It's like I saw Misty Stone again. Like, such a lovely fucking woman. Like, man, like I hope all the good things for her because I don't know if that's who she is behind closed doors and in person. I just hope that joy is like continuous all the way round because she is dope as fuck. Got to see some others that got to see my other adult actresses that I enjoy. Was hanging out with the Naughty Nights crew. That's where I was spending my weekend with. I even got to perform a flogging scene on the event, the expo floor. So that was actually fun. October, I always try to make October a big thing. Like even again, this is what I'm talking about. I have all these memories. I don't have the dates because I was assisting with Black October's event. It was the carnival, was it Kinky Carnival or Carnival? But yeah, I was assisting with wax play and impact at the event, so that was also a fun time. Got to pull up, show my skills a bit. Was available as the spanking, like I wasn't the kissing booth, I was the impact booth, the spanking booth. So that was cool. Got my tarot card read by someone. Was it? It was like Brooke Asterot. I think it was her. I think that was her Instagram account. I remember it was like astronaut, but it's like tarot reading. Look, I love me a good pun. Don't judge me. Yeah, and then there was the Hard or Soft Halloween party. We went to the Poconos for another trip to the weekend playcation. Like, I still did my things. Like, yes, dregs of working, but I'm still always gonna find a way to like go have some fun here and there because why the fuck not? Um, but yeah, that was pretty much since July. I just outside of working, there is a woman that I in Garland that I try to see when I can. She drives a truck. So again, I think I think I really would love a more consistent partner. I think that's where my brain is going. Again, we'll discuss that in the whole feel lonely, not alone thing. But like, I do have another person, based in like they're based in Dallas, but they be driving a truck, so I can see them when I can see them driving from Austin. So it's, they say distance makes the heart grow fonder. So it's kind of like I try not to take for granted the moments that I have with a person because you never know when that moment will no longer be. Which I feel like should be a principle of life in general, but we tend to neglect that because if we're not feeling sick, if we're not on death's door, like we don't recognize that our time is finite. Like you're getting closer to sunset. Like me, I believe I'm closer to sunset than sunrise. So I try to make the most of my time and my connections with people because there is no telling of when or where that the connection may end on either side. So I try to make the most of the time. So again, this person, yeah, can't wait to see them again. I missed my opportunity this weekend because car stuff, but c'est la vie. Oh, and also, there's this lovely woman in Houston, officially play partners now, where always enjoyed her company, always enjoy talking with her, fun as fuck. It's just, yeah, I gotta go to Houston. I gotta go to Houston. All right, there. Where's my pen? Look, I'll remember. It's easy to remember. It's involving her. So, but yeah, that's pretty much my year in review. Um, if anything comes up, I'll be sure to just pop up and like, oh yeah, I forgot this. Oh yeah, there was it. Like, oh yeah, I was at fucking DreamCon. I think I already talked about that before. See, like a lot be happening, but the way my brain is set up, it's like filed somewhere in the back cabinet. So if I find that folder, I got y'all. Now, like we'll wrap this up soon, but I do want to touch on relationship anarchy because my partner kind of had the wrong idea of what it meant. Now, when I say have the wrong idea of what it meant, is that she thought that I love all my partners equally. Like, she thinks that relationship anarchy is a matter of broad equality. Like, everyone gets the same. Like, we're talking USSR communism, where I own all the resources, I dole them out equally to like, that's what she thought. Because she was like, oh, I thought you loved everyone equally, the same. Like, for one, that's impossible. Like, I'm human. I am human. I am not some benevolent entity that feels like everyone's the same. No, hell no, God no. I am human. Thus, I am flawed in the respects of like trying to make things equal or in that sense. I have my biases, and one of my biases is no, I love you. Even with other partners, I don't like what I've established with you is not what I've established with them. So there is no like that, like, oh, I have 16 pieces. All right, you get all 16. Oh, someone new. All right, you get 8 and they get 8. Oh, there's someone new. All right, so we're going to go ahead and split this. Like, no, that's not how it works. That's why I try to explain to people. It's more like, I think the best tool I saw was a billboard that's like relationship anarchy smorgasbord. Because the way it works is with each relationship, you kind of like customize them from the ground up to be what it is that you two want it to be. And I feel like that works with me a lot because I haven't met another relationship. I've met some relationship anarchists, but I haven't dated another relationship anarchist. Now, if I was to exclusively date relationship anarchists, that would make life a living hell because I would have to find them first. There are some people that may be relationship anarchists and they don't realize it, but still they're like, no. And then you have the people that are shitty humans that try to use relationship anarchy as a tool to like abuse whoever they're with, being emotionally unavailable and some dumb shit like that. Like, it's not. being a relationship anarchist is not for the faint of heart, nor is it easy because of how it can be perceived. But it works out because I can date a multitude of people that may not be relationship anarchists. Like if you're polyamorous and we fit the relationship to where it kind of works out in that way. Like I would desire this, and this, and this in a relationship, and you desire this, and this. Like, oh, we align, we can be together. I would say personally, I have nixed the idea of just generally dating monogamous people because I'm not a believer in wasting people's time. I do feel like I do believe that monopolyam relationships can and do work, but I feel like that's more exception, not the rule. And the reason why I say exception is because I hear more about monogamous people wanting to get monogamous people wanting to get non-monogamous people to be monogamous again than the other way around. So that's why I'm like I actively don't. Oh, I'm monogamous. Oh, it's good for you. We could just be friends. Like we could be friends or we could never see each other because I'm not going to go through that again where I told someone I'm not monogamous. They were like, okay, let's see how this works. And at the end of it, oh, I thought you would change your mind. I'm not doing that. Love that woman to death. I'm glad she's happy with her man and her kid. Because that's what she wanted to go that route of. And that's not to say I wouldn't like be with you or would have a kid. I just prefer me and you have options outside of us in regards to romance or sexual exploration. That's just how I'm wired, baby. But again, relationship anarchy, it's not a one size fits all. It's not a this is all it is. It's literally taking a bunch of Legos and building together a set. That's it. And we're not even talking a pre-made set. I'm talking the old school, hey, here are these different shape colored Legos. Go ahead and make something. So we're not talking, oh, go make a Death Star. No. It's freeform. You do what you want to make a sword, make a sword. You want to make a castle, make a castle. Like, I'm talking the bucket of Legos. Hell, we can even do the bucket of the off brand Legos because they do the same thing. And you just go from there. That's really how I try to explain relationship anarchy. Because I feel like, and this is me being hyperbolic, the world will be a better place if more people were relationship anarchists. Like if the majority of people were relationship anarchists, I feel like the world would be a lot better. Why do I think that? Because there'll be better communication. Because being a relationship anarchist involves communicating. It involves breakdowns. It involves sharing. Like it's not an assumption like me and a person go on 3 dates, hey, we go together. Saying we go together gives a general list of obligations that's understood. But within those list of obligations, maybe both of them don't want some of these things to be involved. But because of that general obligation list, you just go by them. Versus relationship anarchy, hey, we go together, cool, what does that look like? And then you just discuss, you kind of figure out what are your end games. Because situations may involve, oh, we go together, cool. 3-4 years later, I don't want to have kids. Oh, that would have been helpful to know 3-4 years ago. Like it's a lot of communication involved that is lacking. Hell, even when it comes to like my monogamous friends, I tell them verbatim, it is a lot better. It would be a lot better to be with someone you want to be with, not someone you feel like you have to be with, and you should express that with your partner every day. Like, it shouldn't be a matter of, I'm forced to be with this person. This person is my ball and chain. I have, like, everything's a choice. Ask the deadbeat dads that disappeared after their child is born. Everyone has a choice. How about we just choose a little better? How about we choose to love versus choosing to feel like you're stuck somewhere? Like, treat your relationship not as a possession, but as a blessing. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I want to be with my partner because I want to be with them, not because I have to be with them. And that's all. That's how I kind of feel relationship anarchy allows me to be that, especially with this brain of mine. It it allows for customization, it allows for creativity, it allows for openness, communication. It just allows me to be a better romantic version of me than the me of before. Whether I was exploring when I was monogamous. Was I a good partner monogamous? I would like to believe so. But I also felt like I was limited. Was I a good partner with my first exploration into non-monogamy? I would like to believe so. But it just didn't feel like the perfect fit. It still felt like something was off. Do I feel like the best version of myself right now? Yes. But I still feel like there's room for improvement. I can get better at communicating. I can get better at sharing. Hell, I can get better at my budget so I can just up and take a trip to go see people. Like, there are always something that I could work to improve on. And I'm going to, like, aim to work on that. But at least for the short term, I'm just going to try and focus on the people that are around me that I love. Like, I'm actively working on a Notion page to kind of help list out my various partners. Because I do have a few. I didn't realize the few I had until, like, one day you just sit and stop and think. And it's like, man, I kind of got to make sure I do not neglect these people in my life. Because it's not... And they know. Like, they know the way my brain works. So they don't come off as if it's a personal thing, but to me it feels like I can do better. So that's the reason why it's something I'm working on. Like, hell, if I get it done, I might be able to go ahead. I might share it on if I complete it, I might share it on like a show notes in the future. Because it's nothing complicated. It's kind of like how you can kind of like list, keep track of things, keep track of dates. Because Google Calendar has been my best friend throughout this entire journey. So, I think I would just go ahead and leave it there. It's always good to be back. It's always good to talk to y'all in regards to these things because there's always something new to learn. And I have thoroughly been enjoying this journey and enjoying sharing it, what I've learned, whether personal or whatever ed. So, expect to hear back from me next week where I have the topics listed out. It's just been hard to, especially because I forgot the other part. I just moved to a new apartment because of the Texas law and shit. So it's a lot. It's a lot, but I'm glad to be back. See, almost forgot. We'll do the. I'll go ahead and read this listener letter. Shout out to them. Like, yeah, I give out the email. I didn't think anyone's ever gonna reach out, but hey, yo, someone reached out. Like, I would have a segment set out, but hey, I was gonna go ahead and read this letter. Just let's see, because I'm not. We'll call this person. Let's call this person Sam. So, Sam written out. Just stumbled upon your podcast and YouTube channel today and loving your work so far, which I appreciate it. Again, I don't know who listens. I just know I see a count. It tells me like, oh, this many people listen, but I don't know who actually listens, so this is appreciated. Let's see. My wife approached me about us potentially becoming E&M, so we've been looking up various resources since then, which is typically the case. Women tend to be the more the person that kind of broaches the idea of E&M more so than men. I think it's a mixture of a man kind of fearing to bring up. A man may have the idea, but they fear the repercussions of sharing that idea with their wife. So I think that's kind of the main reason why women tend to take the charge of exploring E&M over their counterpart. And so this is all board. So let's see a little background and context. We both were virgins when we got married. So I'll say the dates off because I don't want people to do the math. We're both grateful we didn't catch anything or had children before we were ready, before we found each other. Also, we have realized that we were robbed of a lot of experiences. So we're basically in this for sexual liberation and exploration. From what we know about E&M so far, I think we both are leaning towards monogamish. we're open to sexual encounters outside of our marriage, but don't want to enter into relationships with anyone else. So, as monogamous stands, it is your relationship with your partner is predominantly monogamous. Like, if you list out what a monogamous relationship looks like, bam, that's what monogamous is. There's just a caveat of sexual encounters with others under specific guidelines. Like, for instance, one of the more popular ones or one more known ones are like couples where a partner travels, where like for work or for X, Y, and Z, for like long durations, be it military, business, sales, etc. So that version of monogamy was always typically, while on a business trip, you are free to play with, if there's a given person, a given person. If you're like others, others. You discuss and make the rules for that circumstance. Other situations, they're monogamous outside of going to parties. Parties, they can explore. But outside of parties, no. Like, it varies relationship to relationship to where still together, still for the most part monogamous. There's no, oh, I'm going on a date with a person. There's no, I'm trying to bring in a third, or I'm trying to, there's nothing outside of sexual encounters. Now, you could also, nothing outside of the goal being a sexual encounter. So, could you go on a date with someone in that period where you're traveling? Sure, because, people are human. Like, you can't just be like, hey, yo, come suck my dick, and you don't know a person when you just got to Seattle. But you can go ahead and, build a rapport, but the rapport ends at, we just here for the sex, things like that. And within the letter, it did discuss that they were kind of like, their churches kind of had them in that little purity sense, which is why they were virgins later in life than normal. And so I want to go ahead and at least say, in regards to missed experiences, honestly, a lot of things that can be done, you can discover with one another through sexual exploration, is not a mandatory thing that you go the non-monogamy route for that, but you can still find additional things outside of your relationship as well. So I can understand what you mean in regards to like being robbed of certain experiences because of the guise under the guise of the certain religions. Because I grew up Catholic. I went to a missionary school in Nigeria for like 4 years. It was an all-boys school, so that at least tells me that I know I am straight, because there was not a day where I was like, hey, yo, should I make this 3-mile walk to the all-girls school? So, have I? No. But there was this one girl. Sorry. Focus. But yeah, see, I lost my train of thought. Like, damn, that took me back. But back to the letter. But yeah, sometimes religion can, especially depending on the lead practitioner, it can stir people away from some very basic human experiences. So I'm glad that y'all are able to at least explore this together. I do advise, make sure y'all have a strong foundation, you communicate, and use your discernment as you explore. But their 2 questions was pretty much about the sexual aspects of what they may encounter. The first one was like common sexual practice around safe oral sex, and the other one was about play parties. For the first one, I did give my answer. Could I have given the dare lion, the whole safety apps, could I have given that answer? Yes. Did I give that answer? No, because I'm human and I understand how humans work. So I was upfront. In terms of oral, using a barrier is honestly not common. Should it be more common? Yes. But is it? No. That's why I gave the advice to make sure that you do what's comfortable for you. If you require a dental dam for cunnilingus, if you require a condom for fellatio, Be okay to advocate for that. I don't know anyone that's like, ew, no, I'm not doing that. Keep that away from me, or I'm not putting on a condom to get my dick sucked. Like, if you run to those people, that's not your people. Leave them alone. Leave them where they at. Because if they really want it, because I have a homegirl. She says it at a play party. Like, the only way I'll suck a dick is with a condom on. Guess what I'm doing? Flap, rip, get the condom on. Because, hey, we here for a good time, not a long time. But also, if that's not your ministry, if that's not your church, just ask for the results. Like, hey, when was the last time you got tested? Do you have your recent results? Because the reason why we use these protections, that is the predominant reason in regards to oral, because HS1, also known as cold sores or the herpes complex 1, that's something they can get orally. You can get, was that throat gonorrhea or something like there are diseases that you can get through oral. And so the focus of using these protections or checking tests is to prevent that. So whatever you're comfortable with, that is how you go. Discernment will be your ally in most of these cases. The second question was about like play parties, like what are the safe sex protocols? Do people sign waivers? Do people show their results? Or is it like wrap up and do what you want at your own risk? And for this one, it varies person to person. Like, I've been to a variety of hosts. I've been to a variety of parties. There are some parties where you gotta have a test within 2 weeks. And then there are some parties where you gotta make sure you're tested within 3 months. Some parties require vetting, like you got to provide your social handle, you got to answer questions and all this. And then some, they're just like, hey, yo, check cleared. All right, go ahead and pull up. It's all about, again, discernment will be the word of my lifetime, because you have to, even if you go into a space, you have to be okay with walking away if it's not for you, because some people treat this space as a cash grab. They're trying to get in as many people as possible. Like, personally, the parties I avoid are ones that involve gendered pricing, where there is a steep discount from single men to couples. I generally avoid those. Ooh, let me hit my mic. I generally avoid those because they give a sense that the single women are the product, because typically single women are there free or $20, couples $50, single men $100 or $125. I avoid that because it gives the signal, hey, single men, if you bring a woman with you, you can save $50. Like, it's literally bring a woman with you, get half off. That's what it feels like. So it's essentially giving the client or couples, the single women are the product, and the single men are the pay pigs. Like, I avoid those parties. Like, even if it's like I can get by with, like, if it's like 90 for couples and 100s for single men. I'm like, sure. I still find it a little icky because it really is giving a sense of, like, here's this whole pricing model. I typically avoid those events. I avoid events where they advertise sex, because to me, a play party is nothing but just like a standard house, hotel, or club party where sex could happen. It's not guaranteed. It's not a must. So I definitely avoid parties like that. Yeah, that's just generally how that's the general advice I gave to this listener. Because I'm like, it is a matter of it's not a matter of wrap up, be at your own risk. It's more so like, just use your discernment, pay attention, ask questions, because you don't even have to play at the party. You can literally just be there. You can vibe. You can only play with your partner. You can, like, make a friend and maybe y'all connect outside of the party. Like, it's not a must. Just make sure that y'all communicate with each other before you go to the party, maybe what the night may look like, check in with one another, and just remember the goal of this journey. That's the best advice that I can give. But yeah, that was that. And if y'all want to write in, just go ahead, send your emails to hitchhikersguide to enm@gmail.com. More than happy to hear from you. And But yeah, beyond that, y'all could follow me, Hitchhiker's Guide to was it Hitchhiker's Guide to E&M on Instagram, Sir.Hito on Instagram. Like, I have all the things somewhere. But yeah, just make sure you look both sides before you cross these streets. And I'll catch you another time, travelers. Appreciate y'all. Bye.